If you're watching this video, I'm currently on the beach, so I hope you're jealous, guys. I'm out there on holiday and you're watching Swgoh YouTube. Hooray. Right, guys, so as you can see, I'm not actually on the beach now. This is pre-recorded. Sorry, guys, it just had to be this way. In today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about my regrets. I've been playing this game for a long time. I'm now 11.1 million GP, and I have a lot of things that I wish I hadn't have done, or I wish I had have done, and I kind of want to let you guys know what they are, so maybe you can avoid my mistakes. The first one is obvious, guys. It's not farming mods. Now, you guys will know from my modding series that I have spent a lot of time in the past 2 or 3 years working on my mods every single day, and if I wasn't 11 million GP, my mod score would probably be, 6 or 7. But because I'm 11 million GP, my mod score is, I think it's like 3.7 at the moment. It's not great. It's not great, guys, but it's compared to where it used to be, it's amazing. And it shows that I do have a basic understanding, I hope. But it's just my biggest mistake, guys. So you can see that I do have decently modded characters. All of these are 330 or higher. But the problem is I just lack certain mods, and it's because I never used to farm them. Because I used to be one of these guys that was like, it's confusing. And I don't like things that are confusing, so I'm just going to ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist. But honestly, guys, it is really one of my biggest regrets is just ignoring mods. I mean, you can see, guys, like, there's certain mods I just know that I lack. One of them is crit damage. I know that I just don't have any good ones. I mean, you can see here how fast they fall off because I just never farmed them. And then playing catch up, you have to farm specific mods. Less characters need crit damage, so you farm more speed, you farm more health, you farm more defense, offense, which makes sense, right? Because these are the mods we need. But at the same time, not farming them to begin with has really left me in a rough spot. It will eventually sort itself out, guys. Like, compared to where I used to be and compared to where I am now, of course it's going to change. But it's just one of my biggest regrets, and you guys need to know, just go out there and farm some mods. Now, the second regret I have is actually a character-related one, guys, and it's actually Malgus. Now, why do I regret Malgus? It's not that I regret unlocking him, because he is a good character. I know we all meme on him, because right now he gets max banned by Young Han, he gets max banned by Jednak Cow, he gets max banned by Treya, he gets max banned by a lot of stuff. And on offense, he doesn't really beat too much. I mean, he can beat Seer Malakos, which is nice. But really, I'm thinking, what was the point of this? This is what I regret on Malgus. Nothing else. It's the R9. Now, I have a lot of random R9s. I have a lot of channel-focused R9s. That's why everyone always says, why do you have an R9 Young Lando? I don't regret that, guys, because that was for 1,000 subscribers. That had a purpose. It had a meaning. So when I use Young Lando, I think of the support you guys have given me, and you can still give me by hitting that subscribe button, right? But that's why I don't regret those ones. But Malgus, I do regret, because this is one that I did based on what I think would be worth it, and it's just not needed. I could have left Malgus at R7, I would have been fine. Almost every single counter I've used him for, offense or defense, the R9 makes zero difference, and that's kind of upsetting, because if someone just throws, Treya, or someone just throws Jednak Cow or Young Han, I mean, we've beaten R9 Malguses. If someone throws in C, what's the point? Malgus is going to die no matter what. And offensively, he's not even the one doing the damage. It's Darth Revan, right? I just really regret the R9 on Malgus, and it's not that I wouldn't recommend you do it because it's good for the fleet, but if you don't have Leviathan, guys, I'll just save your relic resources. I wouldn't take him to R9. Now, the next one is a Omicron, guys. You know what's coming. And I just want to go out there and say, I know I'm a little bit negative, and I know that that can be a bad thing, because there are people that watch these videos and they'll just take what I say as gospel and always say it's right. And someone did comment on a recent video, and they did bring up the fact that Krennic isn't complete trash, and I do agree, but I don't agree. I do think Krennic is awful. I do think Krennic is awful. But he does have his place in the game. I do want to make that clear, guys. He does have his place in the game. If you're very early in the game and you do apply the Omicron, you will get some value. He can beat Qui-Gon teams. He can beat some other stuff. It's not complete waste. But the second you make it to the mid-game, then, you have why I have this opinion. Because he just falls off so hard. I wish I hadn't done this Omicron, guys. I did this because I bought the 1250 Omicron pack, the crystal one with Zetas, about a year ago. And I thought, oh, hey, I just got a whole Omicron from this to 5% chance, and I thought, okay, let's put this on Krennic and get some content, and then it turned out to be an utter waste. I could have put this on someone else. I do also regret Trip and BT1, both of the droids. I do obviously regret them. There's reasoning behind it. So I did Trip ages ago, guys, because I wanted to force myself to do Afra. So I thought, oh, if I apply an Omicron, then maybe I'll do it. Waste of an Omicron. And I did BT1 because I had Trip and I just wanted both of them. But I do regret those as well. And I just wish I had to put them on better characters. That's kind of my main thing there. Now, other characters I regret. This one is for a different reason, guys. Boba Fett, Sign Django. Now, there is a very specific reason why I regret this guy. So, unfortunately, I'm not... Like, I play Conquest, but there's quite a few that I just never maxed. Maybe it's because I was busy at work, or maybe I just couldn't be bothered, right? Especially the earlier ones, I didn't care. I didn't play Conquest properly until, man, when was it? Like, Malgus? Before that, I just didn't really care, guys. I'll be honest. I got Cat. I never got Maul. Maul's Proving Grounds really hurt, guys. Really hurt. Because I'm a busy guy. I'm always doing stuff at work. I'm always doing stuff for content reasons. All of this. And when Maul came out, they had so many long feats, and I just didn't have enough time, and I kind of stopped playing Proving Grounds. And then I decided I would just never unlock them. Now, I liked the Boba Fett Son of Django in Mandalorian, and I liked him in, you know, Book of Boba Fett, believe it or not. I thought there was some good stuff, right? And then I was like saying to my body, I was like, hey, if he comes out in packs, I'm going to whale on him, I'm going to invest in him, let's use him. And then he came out in packs, and I did exactly that. I wailed on him like you would wail on a marquee. And yes, guys, I know how much of a waste that is, and that is one of my biggest regrets. I wish I had just done a marquee instead, because he never ended up getting used. He was a gear 12 for like 6 months, and I took him up to relic 3. And sure, I will one day give him his Omicron, and I will one day take him to R8, and then he will be somewhat decent. But other than that, it's just so sad. Honestly, guys, because he is a really cool character. He has cool animations, he has a cool kit, but he just doesn't really do a lot, and it's kind of a big regret for me. And then we have the final regret, guys, which does involve Admiral Trench and the Malgus point to an extent, and that is investing in the hype. So if you guys remember, when Trench came out, what did we learn? Trench is trash. Trench is this, Trench is that, you know, like Lord Vader came out, Lord Vader's trash. Or other characters come out and they're seen as these god tier. For example, First Order TIE Pilot Omicron, Zam's Omicron, these were seen as amazing Omicrons that you had to have. So everyone scrambled and either didn't farm them or did farm them. And I was in the camp where I actually kind of listened to people's advice. I unlocked Trench day 1 and I left him at low gear because I was like, okay, do I really need him? And I kind of wish that I just didn't listen. Now, obviously, there's a time and a place where the advice is correct. You know, don't go and R8 your cup or R9 your cup because he's trash. That is true. You cannot argue with that. But when it's something brand new, and before the proper testing comes in, my advice to you guys is just, if you want to do it, do it. Because most of the time, they're not as bad as people make it out to be. Trench, honestly, is not terrible. I've used him to beat Jabba in TW, I've used him to beat Jabba in GAC, I've used him to beat Night Sisters, decent teams. He can hold on defense, he has held on defense for me before. So he's a cool character to have, and I kind of wish I just didn't listen to people who said don't go for him. That's kind of my problem with that, and that's one of the mistakes that I really do regret in this game, is just kind of listening to what people say you have to do. It's a bit like Imperial Super Commando. I'm currently investing in these guys, Gar Saxon Commando, in preparation for them to go to Relic and for me to enjoy using more Mandos. But am I making a mistake by following the hype? We'll find out in the future, guys. But yeah, these are my biggest regrets in the game. There's loads more I could talk about, but I wanted to keep the video somewhat short. These are just things that I either regretted or just think I could have done better. And hopefully you guys can learn from this, because there's a lot in this game, guys. It's confusing. There's loads of things to think about. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Glum, and as always, guys, have a glummin' day.